What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the next episode of the car ride home. Is it car ride?
Yes,
or is it
well, it's the car ride home, isn't it? Yeah.
So,
although it never seems to be at the moment the car ride anywhere, the car ride home, because we're going two places.
yeah, we're on the way to Birmingham again today, aren't we?
Yeah, Birmingham today. Last England training session before we leave on Wednesday now.
Yeah, Wednesday. That's gone around so quick, hasn't it?
Yes.
So excited, can't wait. But let's get started, eh? So, brilliant question here from Isaac, and this is going to start things off. It says, if you were to have dinner with 10 cricketers, who would they be and why?
Oh, that is a good one.
So, we're both going to answer this, aren't we?
Yeah, I'll answer mine. You probably won't know half of my cricketers, I don't think. But it'll be interesting to see the different eras. So, you go first and you tell me, and then you can tell me who you're picking and why you're picking them then.
Alright, so I've got...
So, as you sat at the head of the table, what food are you getting?
Oh, that is a tough question, you know.
What, more than the cricketers?
Yeah, I mean, I do love a curry.
Yeah?
I do love a Chinese. Yeah, I reckon I have to go for a curry.
Yeah, alright, fair enough. So everyone sat around having a curry.
Big spread of curry.
Yeah. Family style, sharing it about.
Yeah.
Perfect. Right, go on then.
Gone for 10 then.
Yeah, 10.
So,
yeah, 10 and you, that's 11. That makes a full team. So it's basically team curry night.
Yeah, team curry night, isn't it? Like the end of season, do it, Nancy.
Okay.
Alright, so to start things off, I'm going to go with MS Dhoni.
Well, yeah, okay, that's fairly obvious.
Yeah, he's just the GOAT, isn't he? I would just love to learn off him and learn different tricks and skills and how he gets his hands so fast to the stumps and just take in loads of knowledge from him.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think that's a pretty fair call.
Yeah.
That's probably a wicket keeper that you're lucky that you've seen the end of his career, really, because it's the fact that he's still playing as well is absolutely insane. Yeah. It's like him and Jimmy, just the veterans now. Yeah.
I don't know how he still stands up as a keeper. It's insane.
It just must keep. Well, the key is fitness, isn't it? Fitness, yeah. It's like fitness and keep looking after yourself, and obviously he must absolutely love it. And I see him going out there a few times with the old knee brace on and stuff like that, like me, but he's a lot fitter than me.
Yeah. All right, next up I've got Shane Warne on my list.
Yeah.
I mean, he just seems like such a nice bloke.
Yeah.
On his commentary, and he's also the greatest leg spinner of all time.
Yes, I would agree. And just great vibes in it from Warne. I think that's the I'd go with that. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
he'd be a great time. Once the beer started flowing as well, you know that he's going to be on the table as well.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right, third, I've got Josh Butler.
Jossie, yeah.
I mean, I would like to say that my wrists, I'm quite a wristy player, and I would love to learn more about using the wrist and the hand speed he's got.
Yeah.
And playing the variety of shots that he plays. And just, again, taking on information. And
I feel like it's just an information gathering evening for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're not even eating the curry at this point. You're just going around and getting tips off pros.
Yeah, basically.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, probably, not probably, I would say most people would agree he's probably one of the best white ball players we've ever had. And I like the way he goes about the game as well, I think, Josh. Mm-hmm. He's obviously he's very determined, and you don't see much of, but I like how he's quite cool. Same with Dhoni.
Yeah, very
calm. His captains, they just I think when we've seen Faf Duplessis captain as well. Yeah. I like captains who they're like, yes, look, they want to win. I think you're the same. You absolutely got to win every time, but you can't. If you're too hyped when you're out on the cricket pitch, right?
Yeah, you can't get anything done.
You can't get anything done, especially not as a captain. You've got to be thinking about it. That's a pretty strong start there.
Yeah.
So Dhoni, Shane Warne, Joss. Who's next?
Next up is Jimmy Anderson. Jimmy.
Another go.
Yeah.
You're going to have a paddock here, mate, soon.
A paddock in the corner of the table. Yeah, I mean, what is there to say? He's one of the best bowlers of all time. He swings and moves the ball wherever he wants, whenever he wants. And
he's from
Lancashire.
So you've got to be there. He loves a curry. Yeah. Jimmy definitely loves a curry.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely had a few curries in his time, I reckon. And to almost come off from Jimmy, I've got Stuart Broad.
Oh, so you've gone the pairing, have you?
The pair, yeah.
Okay.
I reckon they
can sit next to each other, so keep each other company.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, I like that. Brody's got good chat.
Yeah, he loves to get the crowd going, doesn't he, when he's on the pitch? So I reckon he would be
box office, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely box office. And to come on from them two, David Warner.
Are you getting Warner over?
I am putting David Warner in there,
nice.
Just so I can listen to Jimmy Anderson and Stuart Broad chat at him all night.
Oh, so you think they'd go back and forth? I think they'd have a good. I reckon David Warner's a good time as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think he gets obviously there's a lot of stick back and forth into England wise or whatever, but he scored a lot of runs.
Yeah.
He still is, but has been a tremendous player.
Yeah.
And I know he obviously rubs people up the wrong way, but I think that's just I kind of I love that in players. I mean, Stuart Broad does the same thing, really.
Yeah, he's when you think almost small.
Exactly. Yeah. You think about that, it's probably for the. I don't know. We know a lot of the Aussie guys. I think they'd probably say he's one of those characters that's they're happy to almost play the villain sometimes, aren't they?
Yeah.
And but it's what makes them so watchable. I know they had the whole issue a while back with the sandpaper and all that sort of stuff. But outside of that, he is a top cricketer, isn't he? But yeah, that would be good banter. Getting him in there with a couple of the England
bit
boys.
Of banter, yeah. Alright, so next up, I would say one of the best batsmen in the world right now, probably Virat Kohli.
Yeah, you got to have Virat there.
He is.
I think, but you
such
got to
a
make
gun
sure.
Player.
Yeah, but you got to make sure you do a vegan option because I don't think he eats meat.
Oh,
Virat.
probably not.
So, but he'll be alright.
Yeah, they're vegan, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's just a gun player, isn't he? He's just absolutely insane. His cover drive is. I can watch that on loop every single day.
He's incredible, isn't he? Beautiful wrist, top player, top competitor. Another one.
He's feisty as well.
Well, exactly, and I think that's that's one thing that I'm seeing. You're picking out here a lot of good players, but characters as well in the game.
Characters,
and I think that's important. It's a lot of what cricket's about, isn't it? So. Yeah, you got to have Virat there. So we get that 50, didn't we, when we went to India?
Yeah, when we went for
just
RCB.
Unbelievable. It was chanceless, really. Never. I think he hit the first ball in the air, a little bit off the thick edge, and then from that point onwards.
And his thick edge went for 4 anyway.
Well, it did, yeah. So all right when the field run. Doesn't say thick edge in the book, does it, mate?
4 runs,
it says
mate.
4 runs. Tell them it was a classic cover drive. All right, who else?
So next up we've got Don Bradman.
Oh, elite! Elite! You've gone history.
History back in the dinosaur era.
I don't know if it's that long ago, but yeah, all right, fair enough. Probably one of the best to ever do it, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. Just to chat to him about. I mean, obviously he's got the highest average in Test cricket ever, and to see what cricket was like back then, and it was probably much harder.
Probably uncovered pitches.
Yeah, just random pitches, and
no reviews.
No reviews. No helmet. No helmet.
No. Nah, that would. Yeah, I think that would be amazing. I mean, just to chat to the great man would be incredible. To ask him, I suppose. I don't know. This is just my bad. If I was asking him, I'd just ask him how he managed to be so consistent. Obviously, he was very good. But his consistency was probably the most amazing thing about him, which is why he ended up with such a big average. So I think that'll be my chat. How did you do it? How did you turn up every week?
And just get ton after ton after ton. Yeah. So Don Bradman there. Right. I've got Ben Stokes here. Stokesy.
Yeah.
And I reckon just because his finishing game. And his
calm under, not calm under pressure, rise to the occasion.
Yeah, he rises to the occasion every single time. And every time
Does he?
England are in the
Hang
ball.
on, though, does
No,
he, though?
most times as well.
Does he though? I say, I think I love that, and I know why, because you would want to talk to someone. But I think probably someone like Ben Stokes, and you see what you think on this. But I think he would tell you, I don't know how I would do that. I just I go and play the situation.
It's just when he's like in the big moments that really matter.
He has, but I think this is a great.
He's come back. Remember from.
I was going to ask to say that. That's getting smashed for those sixes, right?
Yeah.
When he disappeared out of the ground and lost in a World Cup, right? That's massive for anybody. But when you look at his game since then, and he still will lose games and still will do things wrong and they still get out.
Yeah.
But I think that's really important. I think that's really important to recognise, to see that, yes, look, we rely on him. He's like a hero. He's like a gladiator, isn't he?
Yeah.
Limps out on one leg.
Yeah.
But he does it in big moments. He comes in clutch in big moments. But I think that's part of his journey. If you ask me, I think that's part of his journey. I think it's an all learned stuff. And I would say that he would tell you that he's like, it doesn't always work, but I go out to try and achieve and try and play the situation. Don't know, but I would love to be in on that chat.
Yeah,
because I think
speak to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, massive player for England, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Finally, to round it off for me, I've got Trent Bolt.
Trent Bolt.
Yeah, Trent Bolt. I mean, he's so funny, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's just so funny to
Again,
watch.
another character.
Yeah.
Great character.
Another character.
Top
in the
bowler.
team. Yeah, brilliant bowler, and he's
Brilliant bowler.
one of the world's best at the minute. And
Yeah.
he's so the flamingo and yeah.
Even when he's in the nets.
I know, yeah.
Brilliant.
Crazy.
Love Trent Bolt.
All right, so that's it for me.
So that's yours.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to whistle through mine pretty quick. But some of these will be beyond you. One of mine would be Michael Atherton. I always wanted to be Mike Atherton in the guard. I never ever played like him. Never once. But I used to love his grit and determination. And I'd sit him directly opposite Alan Donald, who he had so many battles with. And Alan Donald was a proper, spicy South African fast bowler. And those two, you've probably seen that clip online a few times where it's him versus Donald. Gets dropped by Mark Boucher and he shouts, "No!" He does it, brilliant, absolutely proper movie level cricket that is, and that's something that you can bring. So I definitely have those
another
two.
character, isn't it? More characters.
I think that would definitely be my thing. Freddie Flintoff, Andrew Flintoff, I would have in, absolute character. Definitely first one on the beers, definitely handing all the beers out for one. But just an unbelievable, he's almost like the archetype for Stokes, isn't he?
Yeah. He started it all off, didn't he?
Exactly.
Smashing the ball about.
But just same character. It's you chuck in the ball and you get you a wicket, or you go, wow, we're losing this game,
and you get your right
come
back
in and get you runs. He was just like he played with his heart on his sleeve. Top cricketer, and definitely great fun. I would also have in. I'd have Dhoni.
Yeah.
Like you would have Dhoni, and I'd have Virat, because I would love to chat to both of those guys.
Your beard's a bit like Virat.
Well, yeah, obviously, we have to keep it groomed. That's that 4.
Yeah.
No, that's 5.
5.
So I need another 4. I would have Dominic Cork on the basis that he was one of the people that I ever saw my first ever Test match live. I think I mentioned this last time.
Yeah.
Took a hat-trick against the West Indies. Which was unbelievable. What a moment. It sort of cemented my love for cricket, I think, then. That was just to witness that. But on the same day, another guy who I'd have in is Brian Lara.
Oh.
Absolutely, just swashbuckling cricketer. Just gifted. Just born to play cricket. I'd love to sit and chat to him about some of his innings.
500.
He's he talks
500.
He did a 500, a 300. He scored 100 on that day when Dominic Cork took the hat-trick. So I got to see that as well. So he'd definitely be in. More modern era, I would like to talk to Ben Foakes. He would be my inclusion because I'd love to talk to him about his game, about his keeping, like how and like how he sees his career. Like we talked a little bit about that last time.
Yeah.
But I'm just really interested in that to see how he's dealt with
not getting picked.
Not getting picked without really doing anything wrong. And I think I would love just to know as a coach and as a parent and a player, like how that works inside. Like how has he dealt with it? Has he dealt with it? Like what's he doing to say? Because there's no way someone like Ben Folks is going, oh well, that's it, I just won't play for England then. Like he's gone away and he'll be working on something, and I'd be interested to hear about that process. How many do I need? One more?
One more, yeah.
I would have a guy called Lance Klusner. Now Lance Klusner, you don't know who that is. That's like my era. Like, but he played. I remember him playing in a World Cup for South Africa. He was who I loved Lance Klusner, and like that's who I wanted to bat like. Oh no! All right, well I'll invite Lance Klusner. Sorry, I think I've got. Well, if I haven't got one more, I'll step out. But the other guy I wanted to put in, I forgot about, was John T. Rhodes, the greatest fielder ever.
I've seen some of his clips. Oh my god!
Unbelievable! Absolutely, like changed fielding, the modern way of fielding, and yeah. Like, he would have to be there. I went to see him in a seminar with your granddad when I must have only been about 14, and he did like a little coaching course and he was talking about it. He was one of the game changers of fielding and like the modern way of how fielders do it now. When you see that T20s and the slides and the pickups, like he was the guy. Unbelievable. So there you go. That's the
first question.
Well, it was, but it was a good one. I think that
was a brilliant question. Yeah,
a good little chat. Right, what else we got? You must have some other questions.
Yeah, I will do.
Let's see what we've got.
Who's your toughest opponent at county, except for Yorkshire? So, I mean,
well, you play. It's tough, isn't it? Because you play quite a lot of the teams.
Yeah, we play quite a lot of the same teams.
Who else then?
In our area.
What's your other tough game? I mean, they're always all tough. Like any county game's tough. Like you know, anyone can have a good day.
The toughest we've played, other than Yorkshire, is probably Middlesex.
Okay, so you played them at rugby.
At rugby at our last festival, they were a very, very good side. A couple of very quick bowlers.
Yeah.
Well, they were bowling very, very quick and on the money. But we gave them a very close game.
Well, it was a good game that, some good players on the show there. Yeah, I agree with that. What else we got? Say who they're from as well.
Oh,
so people get the shout out. Did you say the other one was from Isaac? We got that one right.
Yeah.
Who was that one from?
That one was from, it's not really a name, HGS Tank.
Okay.
From Ollie, Homer away games.
I'd say home.
Yeah, I would like playing.
It's always nice to play at home, isn't it? You sort of know it and you feel comfortable and you haven't got to travel absolutely miles.
You have to go an hour to get to a game and then an hour back.
Yeah.
But I reckon home games for me. What would you say to someone who is struggling to get runs? I don't know. That's just cricket if you're not getting runs. Like, there's going to be periods of time where you're not going to be able to get a run, you're not going to be able to buy a run, and you're just going to, for whatever reason, you're going to miss 5 straight ones in a row. Like, you've just got to keep going with your cricket, really. Like, you just got to keep battling through and just wait for that moment, and when you do start to feel a bit better and you do get that opportunity, then take that opportunity.
Yeah, I think so. Like, as a coach, I would say, I think if you're sometimes it's important, isn't it, that we try and convert in games. I think that's really important, but at the same time, if you're going away and working hard in the nets and you're working on your game and it's not quite coming together when you get out in the middle, you still have to trust the process that you go through. That would be my thing. You have to trust the process. Like, most of the work in cricket is done behind the scenes, isn't it, in the dark. It's the net time, it's the practice, it's the technical stuff. So I would say that one of the biggest things is to go and enjoy it. And I think the other thing is this: maybe understand that there's more on the game of cricket than just your innings when you bat. There's 11 people.
Yeah.
There's 11 people in that team. And one thing I always have said, or have said in the past, and I hope this is good advice for any cricketers watching. Think about all the things that you do in a game, and when you bat, if you bat for a long time, you're involved in a lot of balls. But realistically, even if you bat tremendously well and score 100 off 100 balls, you're still only 100 balls. There is loads more balls in that game, and most of it you're going to be doing what? Fielding. And I always say to our players and our teams and the teams that I coach, don't just tell me how many runs you scored or how many runs you didn't go for when you bowled. Tell me how many runs you saved in the field. Because if you are a gun fielder and you've saved 3 or 4 boundaries, great stops, you've taken a catch, think of the runs that you're adding to your team's value. And I think that's the thing, Boy, I say to you a lot. What do I say? Have a impact
in the game.
Have an impact on the game. Doesn't matter how you do it. Could be a great catch, could be a batting performance, could be keeping, could be bowling, could be a dive and stop. I mean, if you dive and stop the ball, flick it back from the boundary and they get only 1 for it or 2 for it, and you win the game by 2 runs.
Yeah. There you go, you've won us the game.
There you go. So every single bit of it counts. So that's what I would say. It's not, don't just focus in on your batting performance and that's it. Just go away, work hard in the nets, and it will come.
Yeah.
All right. It's like a TED talk, that.
Yeah.
I need to start. Right, online coaching available by Mr. Cricket.
All right, next one from Tom. What was your favourite Yorkshire game you played in? Now.
Your favourite Yorkshire game?
Yeah, a game that I've played against Yorkshire.
Oh, okay. I was like, you should play for Yorkshire.
No.
Play for Lancashire. So favourite Lancs game against Yorkshire, I guess.
I mean,
you played a few.
We played quite a lot of games against Yorkshire.
Yeah, the last couple of years. Yeah, so, I mean, it's always a great game, isn't it? I think
Battle
it's just
of the
like
Roses, isn't it? It's always big.
There's just great players, and I think there's there's a bit of banter, but there's a lot of respect for everybody that's doing it. I think they're great games, really.
Yeah. So
I think I know which one it is.
Yeah, it is my 95 off 49 balls. I mean, T15. We'd played them before, so we had another game, and just everything clicked for me that day, and just feeling it so good off the bat.
Yeah, top scorer of the year, that one, wasn't it?
Yeah, top scorer of the year.
Did it quickly.
Yeah,
I'd agree. Although I will say, there was another one that sticks out in my mind was last year when you went and played. So when you played for Lancashire, but you would have been 11s, but you played a game for the 12s against Yorkshire and went in, and we were struggling a little bit, weren't we? And
we needed like 7s.
And you went in and batted absolutely beautifully, actually.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best I've seen you bats. Like, it was very composed.
Yeah, solid and compact.
And scored 50 and then ran past one for some reason.
Yeah, just don't know what I was doing, to be honest. Just
spinner came on, you'd have played 2 or 3 good shots and then thought, oh right, we only need 20 odd, I'm just going to do it all in this over. Is that what
pretty much, yeah.
That was the thought process.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like that, but I will say that you're always that 95, for example, I think spoke a lot to me, where you got down, you were on 95, it was the last ball of the game. You knew he was going to bowl where he was going to bowl it, and the only hit was to the longest boundary. And you could have tapped it for one and gone 96 not out, but there was no way you were ever doing that, was there?
No,
I was like, I'm going to hit to the long boundary and I'm going to try and clear it, and you probably ended up about, I don't know, not far, like 5-6 yards short, and just got caught on the boundary.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I love that. That's the way, mate. Do it. I've told you that before. Don't go to 50 on a 1.
No.
Don't go to 100 on a 1.
Of course.
Can't go there with a boundary, haven't you?
Yeah. Alright, so next up, what is the best movie to watch on the way home on an aeroplane? There is a lot.
Mine's. I could watch The Matrix, any of them, all the time, anytime.
Yeah,
it's my easy watch.
Bit like for me, but I would watch because there's loads of Marvel films.
Any Marvel.
Yeah, like Avengers or something like that. Just a long movie to get rid of the time. Something like that. Would you rather face Broad after he's just switched the bails, or Jimmy with a new pink ball?
was a great question. Who said that?
That was from Claudia Hermans.
Oh, what would you say?
Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know. Well, I feel like I'd rather face Jimmy with a pink ball, as it won't swing as much because it's not red. But still, like, I really would not like to face any of them. Really, like.
Well, I think Jimmy with a Dukes, I'm never picking.
Oh no.
But Jimmy with a pink ball gives you a chance, doesn't it? Because it's not going to do as much. But realistically, Stuart Broad, when he's done the Bales trick, he's unplayable, mate.
It's unplayable.
It's a real life thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say I'd never. When Stuart Broad's on one, I'd never want to face Stuart Broad.
No. When he's on one of them spells.
No.
Like the one where he bowled them out for like 15.
Jimmy's been unbelievable and consistent and got almost better, hasn't he, as he's got older. But I would say Stuart Broad, and I think most people would agree. You'd ask David Warner at your dinner. but Stuart Broad, when he is on one and he's on his little roll and he's got the crowd going and his knees are pumping and it's box office, you just feel like he can take a wicket every ball.
Any ball,
and that is something that you definitely don't want to face.
No. Well, yeah. All right.
What else we got?
So I've got here from Toby. What do you struggle with the most when keeping?
What do you struggle with most?
Well, I reckon it's obviously no one likes a one down the leg side, like a decently wide one down the leg side. But I'd say that would be easier than an inside edge that goes through bat and pad.
Has it nicked it?
Either nicked it or missed it.
Okay.
Either one of the two. The one that
comes
goes inside. Yeah.
Okay.
The ball that goes like inside.
Why?
Because you lose vision.
You lose a bit of vision.
Yeah,
I guess you're not expecting it, maybe.
No, you expect them to hit it because it's gone
there.
Yeah.
Well, I think those are hard anyway, aren't they, as a keeper? Yeah. When you think they're going to hit it, sometimes when they're like a full one as well.
Yeah, yeah.
You think,
like a Yorkshire.
This guy's smashing this through the covers and they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to. I guess you just have to like, just really watch it, I suppose. Yeah, Jack Russell used to say that, like, it's a contest between just me and the ball. Like, you just forget what anyone else is doing. So
yeah, of course.
Fair enough.
All right, next up from JT. Have you ever champed somebody once you've stumped them?
Champed someone?
Yes, champ.
What about a champ?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have done this quite a few times, to be honest, in both indoor and outdoor cricket.
I feel like it's allowed in indoor. Indoor's got like a lot more chat going on.
Yeah.
Like, it's a little bit more brutal than outdoor. Like, I think there's less spirit in the game you have to worry about indoor.
Yeah. I remember when we were in India with Scholesy and cricket mentoring, Corey Sweetman ran past one and he just like ran off and I was like, see you, champ. Took the stumps and he just like looked back at me and I was like, wee. Yeah, that was very, very funny. But yeah, so to answer your question, JT, I have champed somebody when I have stumped them. Alright.
Got to keep it fun.
Yeah, got to keep it fun all the time. Alright, next one. What would your T20 walkout song be? Now, there's definitely a couple up for nomination here.
Go on then.
I reckon Seven Nation Army.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Bit of a banger.
Like Seven Nation Army. And what was that one? I forgot what it was.
Oh, that you were asking the other day?
Yeah.
Oh, Justice.
Yeah, it's called
Genesis.
Genesis.
Yeah, that's a banger.
That is such a good song.
Yeah.
That's
on your. That's
really gets me in the mood. That. Yeah. What about for you?
I don't know. To be honest, they'd have to think of it. It'd have to be something pretty fast because if I was walking out in the T20, it probably won't be there very long. I guess for most of my innings. I think I'd just have a classic. Get like a Sweet Caroline or a Hi-Ho Silver Lining.
Oh, that is a very good shout. That is a very, very good shout. Yeah, get the classics on.
All right, what else we got?
All right, what's your favourite pair of wicket-keeping gloves?
Your favourite pair?
Jeez.
Oh, it can only be one. I know this.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be the orange Kookaburra Diablos.
Yeah. Well, they were. So we found those online, didn't we? Online,
yeah.
Because they were fair. They were vintage, but never worn, like brand new in a packet. They must have come from an old sports shop or something.
Yeah.
They were leather. They were all leather. The first
leather
all leather ones you had. Yeah. Because a lot of the junior gloves are like
a bit more plastic.
Well, they are. They're PU and they're like PU backed and like they're all right, but like
they're good. They're like good to start with, but once you like play seniors,
well, even like past that, you were playing like against 15, 16, 17-year-olds who bowl a lot quicker with a bigger ball. Yeah. You were finding that it was in your hands.
Yeah.
Weren't you with those PU ones? So we said we've got to get something that's a bit more robust, a bit more buttery. Yeah. So yeah, they were the ones that we found, and they've gone a long time. Well, they've retired now, haven't they?
Yeah, retired. Yeah.
Hands got too big for them.
Yeah, too big. Yeah, I've got the green ones, haven't I?
Yep.
From Liam Blackford in Australia. He plays under 19s in Australia.
Nice, shout out Liam.
Yeah.
I'll see you in India sometime soon.
Yeah, hopefully April.
Yeah.
That's when we'll be going out with it again. What are your opinions on franchise cricket?
Oh, opinions on franchise cricket, that's a good one.
I mean, it's just amazing, isn't it? Especially Well,
you can keep going, we can just keep doing that. I'll just need to check where we go.
Yeah, opinions on franchise cricket, I mean, I love it. I think you feel the same way, don't you? I
think it's great. I think it's brilliant for the game, yeah.
Brilliant for the game. I mean, it's like the IPL, BBL, there's so many different ones now, and it's just amazing. Like the fast-paced cricket in big bombs, loads of wickets and loads of boundaries. I just really, really enjoy it.
You like the energy?
Yeah, I love the energy.
I think there's a place, isn't there, for all the formats of cricket.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to particularly feel like there's only one. That'd be my thing. I see so much guff online about T20's ruining cricket, the 100's ruining cricket. I just I can't get behind that statement. Although I absolutely love Test cricket. I always have done. That's what I grew up with. And you've enjoyed and loved Test cricket as well.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of. You have to have a format that's accessible to me.
Of course.
You have to have an accessible format. And then when I go to the 100, what I see is, you think your little brother Jones. Loads of kids enjoying cricket. They want the shirt. They want to see the heroes. They want to see the best players. More people being involved in cricket is never a bad thing.
No, I think that's the best thing for it.
Yeah. I think there's limitations. I think they've got to figure it out. But especially, it's been a long time where cricketers have not been particularly well paid, and I think to deny people the chance to get paid well for being absolutely elite at your sport is unfair. There's plenty of room for all the formats.
Of course.
But yeah, that would be my. That's a great little sign off there. I don't want to get too into it, get too much hate for the old loving T20. But yeah, I mean, I would always love Test cricket first and foremost.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just unbelievable to watch that over 5 days at international level.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the franchises. I love going to India. What an experience. Hopefully, be back soon.
Yeah. It's cricket in general.
There we go.
Best sport in the world.
Best sport in the world. Right, I think we've covered pretty much everything.
Yeah.
That's it. Signing off.
Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.